You may think tall people rule the world. You would be stupid to think that. Hello, my name is Jim Babalabi, and I'm going to explain to you why being short is actually better. If you clicked on this video, you're either a short person curious to find out how being short can be an advantage because all your life you've been told, otherwise. Or you're a tall person, and you came here to shit on this video. But, either way, I'm going to shatter your previous beliefs on height. First and foremost, I'd like you to throw out your previous notations on being tall is obviously an advantage. As I'm going to show you in this video, being short is actually better. I would know. For one, I am a 19-year-old male who is about 5'7" and a half, I know. And 5'8" and a half when I wear my Timbs. I've always been the shortest in my friend group, and, most people think that would suck. Like, when we go into a party, and all the girls look up, and they see all of my fucking tall-ass friends, and me, who's just there, not noticed by anyone. And you would think, well, Jim Babalabi, that's obviously not an advantage to being short. No one is noticing you when you walk into places, because you're surrounded by these behemoth men. And, I would say, yeah, you're right. It doesn't sound like an advantage. But it is. Well, I'd respond with, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. It takes the average human about 3 seconds to know if they find someone attractive or not. And as a tall person, you are 10 times more likely to be seen off the bat than a short person. Think about everything you do in a day. Every time you sneeze, cough, burp, fart, shit, come, I don't know, whatever you're doing with a gross face, that happens all the time throughout your day. And when you're tall, it's just normal that you're going to be seen first. And so you're in the middle of a gross sneeze, and your future wife sees you do that. She's not your future wife anymore. She's just a girl that saw you once. Now with me, when I walk in a party and no one sees me, it's fine, whatever. I get to go up to my person and say, hey, how you doing? I introduce myself. I show my personality, and we can hit it off like that. I don't have to worry about this stigma that I have 3 seconds to look attractive at all times. I go unseen, but it's actually an advantage for me. I just have to make sure I'm surrounded by tall people all the time, which really isn't a problem. I just have to make more friends. But your goal isn't always to find, your next partner, your next love interest. Sometimes it's as simple as reaching the cookies from the top of the pantry. And the argument that, short people can't reach it, they invented fucking ladders for a reason. Ladders are meant to reach things that you're not normally supposed to reach. And I'm sorry I'm not a freakishly tall giant that could just reach everything in sight. I use ladders once in a while, step stools even. I don't need a tall person standing next to me every time I want to grab the Doritos. I mean, come on. That's a bad argument for tall people, that they have better advantage at reaching things. They have modern technology to do that for me. Short people are much less threatening than everyone else on the planet. This normally would be an advantage because no one really wants to be a threatening human. But, it might be liable to get picked on for, because you're short and you're not a very threatening person. This is actually also a W. If anyone picks on you because you're a short person, they look like the biggest doucher in the world. Imagine just, the saying, pick on someone your own size? Yeah, it's because it's a dick move to fucking pick on this little tiny man. That's a dick move. So you always, look like you're in the right, even if you're being a fucking jerk to this tall guy and he just wants to beat you up. Now let's say that we get into the fight. Win or lose, it's a win. Because let's say I try and fight, some 6'6" dude who's just super jacked and obviously beats the shit out of me. That's a win for me. That guy looks like the biggest fucking slimiest, smelliest fucking pussy on the planet. I mean, who the fuck fights someone who's a foot shorter than you? Yeah, you beat the shit out of them. You're supposed to. Now let's say we reverse it, and I win the fight. As you know, I probably would because I'm a boxer. But let's say I win, happenstance. He slips on an ice cube and breaks his neck, and I win the fight. It's awesome. I look like a fucking hero. They carry me out of the party, and they say, short is better. Short is better. Short is better. Which, brings me to my next topic. Penis size. Let's say, hypothetically, I meet a woman, and we start hitting it off, and we end up going back to my place. For the circumstance of the situation, it requires me to take on my penis. My Wangenstein one, let's say. And you know what's going through her head as I fumble to get my fucking belt unbuckled? How big is it gonna be? I wonder how it's gonna look. If I pull out this tiny ass fucking baby dick, she's gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. He's a small guy. I didn't expect him to have this fucking, behemoth penis. But let's say I pull out a centimeter above average penis. Literally a fucking centimeter. She'll scream. She'll go, ah! There's a snake in my bed! Smaller things don't always look small when compared to other smaller things. Also, you might just have a horse cock, and I just don't know. I do. I also have a horse cock. It's like 10 inches or whatever. Ugh. And before I continue, let me preface by saying the average height for men is 5'9", but being tall is 6 foot and above. If you're 5'11 and a half, you're a fucking short piece of shit like me too. I just want everyone out there to know that before I go into these stats. Okay? Stat number 1. Do you know what the average height of millionaires are? Oh, it's 5'9"? Only 5'9"? Short fucking tiny little pricks are 5'9"? Wait, I'm 5'7" and a half. You're 6 foot. That means I'm technically closer to becoming a millionaire than you ever will be. It's just a fact. Do you know who the richest man in the world is? Oh yeah, Jeffrey Bezos. I heard of him. He looks pretty tall in photos. Nice bald, shiny head. Just wanna pop it. He's 5'7". Excuse me? How could the richest man in the world be only 5'7"? That doesn't comprehend in my brain ski. I don't understand how a short person can make the most amount of money ever. That doesn't register well with me. I don't get it. You're ignorant. Short people make millions and billions and gajillions of dollars. But money isn't everything, right? Let's just think of everyone's favorite actor, Danny DeVito, right? It's widely regarded as the favorite actor, right? I'm right about this, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is. He's 4'10". 4'10". I'm a giant compared to him, and everyone loves him, and he's 4'10". How are you gonna argue and say tall people are better? I can't name one good tall person. Not one. I don't know any. But again, these are only specific examples of the money, popularity, and overall belovedness. Let's get into sports. Something most men agree are a huge part of their lives. Being tall is obviously an advantage for being sports. I can't spin that any other way. Right? Like LeBron James, tall motherfucker, good at basketball. Makes sense. Oh, but basketball isn't the most popular sport in the world, is it? What is it again? Soccer? Football? Football? Soccer? Is the most, the popular sport in the world? That's weird. Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. Oh. The average height of professional soccer players is 5'11"? What? That can't be right. 5'11" is considered short, as we went over previously in the video. Widely known as short. If you're 5'11", you're short like me. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could it be an advantage to be shorter in a sport? It's weird that, the most popular sport in the world is for short guys like myself. Kind of funny how things work out like that. So that about covers it, right? The most important things in a male's life. Real quick, before I continue, women, if you're watching this video, which I don't think you are, because I have 100% male fucking subscriber rate, which is crazy. You're not in this video because it's already an advantage for females to be shorter. If we're solely talking about finding happiness, which is probably the best advantage you can have in life. Finding a partner helps do that, and most partners want to be taller than the other partner, and females are usually shorter, so it's already an advantage. So that's why you're not included in this. But, never mind that. The most important things in a male life are, getting women or men, finding a partner, money, Avi, who doesn't want to get that fucking bread, and sports. Those are the three main things that are important in a male's life, most males' lives. And being short, crazily enough, it has an advantage in all three of the main categories. The main categories being short is an advantage in. Damn, I didn't know it was just fucking cringe to be tall. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, don't leave a comment. I don't really care that you didn't like it, and this is not a democracy, my comment section, so don't leave a comment. I'll delete it or say something hurtful back. But if you enjoyed the video, fucking smash that like button, comment on the video, maybe subscribe. What does it do? It doesn't hurt you, it only helps me. It's great, right? Yeah, so yeah, that about does it. Stay short, Kings. Peace. Someone died in my hallway.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now. Don't count what you don't have.